Hey, this is Pradeep with Sensatura. Today I am sharing my impressions of Beau Parfum from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. I did not buy a bottle, not particularly cheap, but I did get to test it for some time this weekend. This is a 2025 re-release of an older fragrance which came out in 2015 under the same name, I think. The bottle looks like this. Oh, excuse me, more so like this. The only difference is the font seems to have gone from red to golden yellow. Just for some background, this had a limited run, launched previously in 2015 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of the French retail chain Printemps. There was also a special edition. Now, as some of you may already know, MFK has been bringing back quite a few of their discontinued fragrances back into the collection. Recently, they have consolidated these under an exclusive collection. As of today, we have 4 fragrances under the name of My Very Intimate Perfumes. Apart from some remakes they did under different names, the first of these was Reflet d'Ambre from last year, which was exclusive to Harrods in the UK. It was rumored to be a modern interpretation of Ciel de Gaume, which has been discontinued. They have now indirectly confirmed it by putting it under this collection. There was also Absolu pour le Soir and Matin, which were also exclusive to Selfridges in the UK last year. Those 3 have been available in Paris since the last couple of months. Now, Beau joins them within the lineup. All 4 are also available online at the moment. From what I have smelled, Reflet d'Ambre smells the least like Ciel de Gaume, which I own a bottle of. Absolu pour le Soir is surprisingly close to the original. I have since purchased that one. The prices have increased. All of these were under 150-160 euros for 70 ml for the longest time, pretty much till they got discontinued. Now they are 235 euros. So what does the brand say? Quote, Beau Parfum is bold and addictive. Inspired by the sassy, chic, contemporary elegance of Parisian women, it unfolds like an armful of solar flowers, a sophisticated trail for an assertive olfactory silhouette. It is part of My Very Intimate Perfumes, an exclusive collection of 4 olfactory masterpieces that invites you to celebrate rarity, pure emotion, and the personal story between the perfumer and his creations. Unquote. Having said all that, how does this one smell? This is, as they say, a white floral bouquet type of composition. Mostly consists of tuberose, orange blossom, ylang and jasmine. It pretty much gets going with its duties from the opening. The orange blossom seems to come through initially, lightly sweet and green. Then the jasmine, again floral, creamy, a bit fruity and spicy. Francis is known for using these 2 florals, so he is really playing to his strengths here. Then the buttery, radiant tuberose, which seemingly becomes more dominant with time. Tuberose tends to make other florals subservient, sort of using them to enhance its own attributes. Some of that is happening here. Of course, the ylang provides this fleshy body to the overall scent with a tropical touch. Some soapy, lotiony touches in there as well, all coming together for this airy, refined, golden, solar floral bouquet. It eventually settles down on his signature, steamy, musky base. Not bad at all, much more decent than some of his last creations. What seems to be toned down, at least from memory, is the narcotic, indolic facets. Though it is supposedly the same fragrance as per the press release, the essay tells me that it's a modern reinterpretation. Frankly, it is not a surprise, considering the others have been changed to be more approachable. A friend of mine who owns the original version also tells me that this new version seems to have removed the sharp, metallic, animalic, civet-like facets. Depending on what you prefer, that may be a good or a bad thing. I myself like the feral nuances that some of the earlier pre-LVMH MFK releases had. This also seems to come across soft in terms of diffusion, possibly heavier on the musks. It has also been a recurring change they have done with these re-releases. Another piece of information I got to know from a friend who works for a boutique retail consulting firm is that many higher-end fragrance brands are working to make their creations more gift-friendly. Obviously, the more easily approachable a fragrance is, the safer it is to buy for someone as a gift. MFK's tagline is in fact Paris as a gift. We have seen other brands like Amouage and Creed do this. Even the latest arts and materials creation from Guerlain have been trending in this direction. Though this is an acceptable, functional, bright, daytime floral, I prefer floral fragrances with more additional elements. Maybe some woody notes, probably vetiver, sandalwood, some additional spices maybe, green notes, or some amber rather than just bare florals. Essentially something along the lines of Ciel de Gaume or Apom from the brand. This is maybe a little too polite for me, feminine leaning as well. Think I will lose engagement after some time. Not particularly cheap either. We also need to address this re-release strategy. I mean, it seems like MFK is competing with the other LVMH brand, Guerlain, in terms of tweaking and relaunching their creations. Sure, it gives an opportunity for people who may not have experienced these creations to try them again. I'm quite happy I was able to get a bottle of Absolu pour le Soir. I only had samples of it for the longest time. But surely that cannot be the only reason. It is a business after all. Is it because the brand is able to market them better? Or have they found alternatives to some restricted materials which prevented them from keeping these fragrances in the first place? Or is it because the customers are asking for more interesting scent profiles? Because honestly, the later laundry masks like 724 and the recent Kurkdjian have not really been runaway hits. But then why not create a new bold signature instead of discontinuing fragrances only to bring them back at a higher price bracket? Maybe it's simply a marketing move to have an exclusive collection within the lineup. Plus, nostalgia seems to be the flavor these days. We have seen that with movies, music, gaming and such, bringing back old characters, musicians, artists, doing sequels and remakes and so forth. So I'm not totally surprised. Ultimately, I guess the answer is some combination of all those points. I don't think they are done just yet. Lumière Noir is rumored to be released next. So I will be curious to see how they balance between their new creations and these fan favorite relaunches in the coming years. Either way, that's been my thoughts on Le Beau Parfum and the latest exclusive collection from MFK. And as always, thanks for watching, take care and ciao.